Hello and welcome back to Hop Hannah Time. Hop Stanner Time, I think I was going to say there. Oh. Hello and welcome back to Stop Hannah Time. So it's the 1st of February today. I had to just look at my computer to check, despite the fact that I've looked several times today and still can't believe it. Where the shit did January go? Bloody hell. I mean, I know where it sort of went for me. Mostly trying not to have a small breakdown. And yeah, work stress related breakdowny thing. But good. I hope you're all doing okay. It is I don't know if you can hear the wind, but it's pretty fucking windy in Bristol. If you're somewhere similar, then please do pay attention to, the Met Office and weather warnings and what you should be doing in terms of things like public transport. And dare I say it, don't cycle in this weather. Because, if you get knocked off your bike, it's not only endangering yourself, it's endangering others. I'm fully embracing the mother role currently of going like, don't cycle in this weather, you fucks! Do you want to die? And also piss off the emergency services, who are already quite strained at this time of year, especially in light of the fact that the junior doctors are going to strike again. So just think about that if you're going to go out cycling in 70-mile-an-hour winds, because you ain't going to survive that. Or you ain't going to survive that without severe bruising. So good luck. Good luck. Moving on. Let's talk about some art, which is slightly happier. Now, we'll kick it off first by showing you this, which arrived in the Christmas mail at some point, and I've only just had a chance to open it, and then we'll go on to talking about something else very exciting that you will all very much like. So, this is Soph's sketchbook. You may remember her from earlier last year. God knows when now. All the days blend into one. So this time round, it looks like she's been playing a lot more with different mediums. I think that's the word. GCSE art is so long behind me that I've forgotten most of it. But we have lots of trying different colours and different, both background materials, but also the actual colours and pens and stuff themselves. There's a nice picture of Rivian as well, which is lovely, and it just keeps on going. There's so much in here because I had a flick through before, and there's loads. There's absolutely loads. I do particularly like this one, which is me, Kim and Katie. There's a Nalsy. So these are really, really cool. Thank you again, Sophie. And what I'll do is I will pass it on upstairs to Mark Humes, who will have a little look through it, probably stick it on the old Twitter. A few bits and bobs, because there's some really cool stuff. I particularly like stuff like this, where you've gone, I'm saying stuff a lot, you're trying, because this is how it films, but she's tried, like gold pens and different colours on the backgrounds, and just, trying out different lighting and things like that. So that's really cool, and I can definitely see an improvement from last time. I was going to look round then to see if I could see the sketchbook. It's not down here. But already I can see a huge improvement. So please do keep going. Also, there is Gortis! That's Smith with some salt, and that's Roth with some Kinder. So they're brilliant. Thank you very much again, Sophie, and I will write back to you soon. Speaking of Advent, still playing through it. As I've said before, on here I will let you know when I am properly done. So don't panic if your letter hasn't turned up yet. It's probably still in the post or unwritten. Do not panic. Do not panic. Moving on from the amazing sketchbook of Amazeballs, I have some more amazing news, which is that there are 2 posters in the works for me this year, one of which is from Scribbletoons, and I think I said last week, and it's based off of my channel art, so more information to follow as and when it's printed and it will be ready. But the amazing one that I get to announce today is that Nina has been working with me, and we have done a pretty sexy poster, which I'll give you a little teaser of on the screen now. You're not going to get the full thing because there's still some final bits to sort out, but you get a rough idea of what it's like. And we're going for a Tomb Raider Uncharted sort of vibe with loads of little references in it as well. So, if you look in the right place, you can spot, the Deathclaw from Fallout and Lee and Clem hanging out. So hopefully you guys really like that. Hopefully it's really popular. I think that's going to be replacing the balloons poster that's on the store currently, if it's not already sold out, with something fresh and new and hopefully a little bit more in line with the titles that are coming out this year. So please do stay tuned for that if you're interested. It will probably also be on the main Yogscast Twitter when it's ready for sale, but I will also let you guys know as well, and maybe we can do some sort of little special launch discount, but I have to have a little chat about that before I promise it. So moving on from that, let's have a quick chat about content over the next week. Thank you to everyone who tuned in to the live stream last week. So the end of Mirror's Edge and the highlights of Dragon's Dogma will be out across this week in that secondary time slot. So do not panic. There is no Mirror's Edge livestream highlights today just because of the vlog being there. But tomorrow will be the end bit of that. And then Dragon's Dogma, Shrek, Tales, which we might pick up again at some point in the future, probably after this week's live stream, which is XCOM 2. Now, I don't know how many XCOM 2 live streams we'll do because it all depends on how the first one goes. It might go horribly wrong. If it doesn't go horribly wrong, we'll totally do it for a second week. But if it's very clear the aliens are going to win before the 3-hour mark, we might just have to admit defeat and let me play it in my own time. But what I'd really like to do this week, and I need to have a little chat with people and stuff, is get you guys into the game. So anyone who donates during my stream will get their name, maybe more, put into XCOM as one of the team. I need to sort of work out how we're going to do it. It might just be we get your names. I'm not quite sure. But if you are at all interested in XCOM 2, being a part of the game, at least for my playthrough, and just having a nice time on a Friday afternoon, then come and tune in 2 till 5 this Friday, UK time, on the main Yogscast Twitch. And as always, any donations received during that time, it's 75% to the host, which will be me, between 2 till 5. And I also get a little cut of the sub money as well. So if you're at all interested in supporting, that is totally the way to do it. Fallout ends tomorrow. Tomorrow, who will I have blown up? Who will I have killed? You'll have to watch and see. It should be that tonight's and tomorrow's are both reasonably lengthy ones, because I wanted to make sure that the events that go down in them were represented properly without, some sort of cut in the middle. So hope you guys like them. A lot of shit goes down. I'm so evil. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I'm very happy with the events that transpired. I really am. You'll have to tune in and see what I did. Also, so many people going like, you've gone too far now. Gone too far, you're going to have to be the Institute. No. With the ending of Fallout, it gives me an interesting opportunity to try something new on the channel, or at least until Far Cry Primal comes out. Now, I have been using a website called Keymailer for the last month, and it's currently in beta. I've currently been trialling it to help out Terps, who is one of the co-founders of this website, and it's basically designed to allow content creators a really easy and quick way to ask publishers and devs for review codes for games. It's a really good way of doing that, and it does also provide me with a bit of protection because my account has been authorized. They've gone, yes, that is her, that is the associated email address with this YouTube account, with this Twitch, it all links up, she is legit. And that means that on that website I can approach publishers and developers. They know who I am, I know who they are, and they can send me keys. And it basically is a far easier, in theory, a far easier way of working with publishers and developers and then working with us. So if you are a content creator and you're at all interested in how the hell it works, then I'll put the FAQ link in the video description. I signed up for it originally going I don't know how I feel about this. It could be useless. And then I got sent about 4 indie game codes, and every single one of those indie games, fucking A. And then also I went and got a Resident Evil 0 code off of it as well. So You can request Fallout through it. You can request loads of stuff. So if you are a content creator, have a little look at it, see what you think. It is free, and if you sign up, there's no obligation to carry on. But it's totally an interesting take on how to deal with the situation at the moment of trying to get review codes if you are a content creator, and so forth. So as a result of that, I've got a load of random indie games to play, so they'll be popping out across the channel over the next few weeks. Moving on from indie games, let's quickly talk about mobile games, because I've been playing more this weekend. I'm a terrible human being, and I've been playing a fuck ton of them, as usual. But more to report on, which are really good. So first off, we have Baum, however the shit you pronounce it. It's very similar to things like Badlands, I suppose. You're controlling a teardrop through different levels, making flowers bloom and things like that. A little bit Badlands, as I said. I guess a little bit of Prune in there as well, almost if you cloned them together. But quite fun, a little bit challenging. There's a few bugs that they need to iron out, but I think they're working on that now. So maybe consider it if you're interested. We also have two lovely puzzle games, both of which are quite similar in the whole, like, progress from A to B, solving puzzles in each room as you go along. The first one is Agent A, and it's actually part 1. There are at least 2 parts. I don't know when part 2 is coming out, but Agent A is like a spy thriller game puzzle room escape thing. So room escape under the guise of it being a spy thriller thing, and it genuinely really quite enjoyed that one as well. And then the last one is Lumino City, which I would recommend if you're going to play Lumino City, do play it on an iPad or something with a big screen, because there's so many tiny little things that you can very easily miss. I suppose the same with Agent A, but Lumino City I struggled with the most on not being able to see certain items. But again, that's a very nice progress from A to B. I think you're a granddaughter trying to find the granddad who's gone to Lumino City or has been kidnapped and taken to Lumino City. So all 3 of those games, really fucking amazing, fun, would recommend. The only other game I've been playing is XCOM on the iPad as additional training for what's coming up this Friday. And I'm pleased to report that it's going beautifully, and everyone has fucking died, and the aliens are probably winning. So that stands me in good stead for this Friday. Commander. Let's see what the questions are for this week. So if you don't know how the Q&A works, if you leave questions in the comments section on the Monday vlogs, if they are at all reasonable questions, then I will try and answer them in the next week's vlog, or in the comments if I can't. So to kick it off, we have 2 different people suggesting games, both games of which I'm going to say a massive no to for different reasons. So there's a few requests, and there have been a few requests for me to play Undertale over like the last month or so, whenever the fuck it came out. I'm very aware of the fact that Undertale has quite a outspoken fan base, is probably a fair thing to say. Very backseat driver heavy, to the extent that I've witnessed several YouTubers give up on playthroughs or really hate doing playthroughs because people are so forthright about their opinions with it. So I'm not going anywhere near Undertale. Thank you for suggesting it, but no. The other one is that Dragon Cancer, which I would rather not play, and I would rather not play publicly, because I don't feel that I would do the game justice, but I don't feel that it fits with everything else on my channel. And I also don't know whether, personally and emotionally, I really want to make that trip. Kim obviously has said for various reasons that she won't be doing it. My reasons are not quite as recent, but they are certainly still there. So for that reason, I won't be playing it, but I would urge you, if you are interested in that Dragon Cancer, or indeed Undertale, to go and buy it yourself and support, because that's what you're supporting with that Dragon Cancer. You're supporting a cause there, especially in light of the fact that, you know, we lost Terry Wogan to cancer. I know it's cancer in children, but the general gist is cancer fucking sucks. So yeah, please do go and support whichever way you'd like to. If I remember, I'll try and put either a link to the Dragon Cancer page or a link to a cancer page in general, so you can go and support if you want. Just because I'm not playing it doesn't mean that you shouldn't play it and you shouldn't support. So thank you in advance if you haven't. Hope that answers people who are asking me that question. So the second comment is from Mad Gear 9 Gaming, who says, have you seen the Suicide Squad trailer? I can't even say it, let alone see it. What's your opinion on it, and are you hyped? I think it's a dangerous world to get hyped over superhero shit now, or indeed sci-fi fantasy stuff. It's difficult to talk about this one without referring to other shit, and also what happens to other shit. But I wasn't a massive fan of, and I think quite a few people weren't a massive fan of the latest Avengers film. It was all right. It was all right, wasn't it? It wasn't amazing. It was okay. There's a few issues with it. What's his face was great, who's in the Blacklist, but arguably he was just doing the same role he does in the Blacklist. It felt like he even did the head tilt thing that he always does. And I'm derailing now onto Avengers, but it's a very difficult one in light of things like superheroes and action films to actually have any idea what the film's going to be like when you look at the trailer, because quite often the trailer is front loaded with everything cool from the film. So it might look amazing and then you go and you're like, oh fuck, actually I've seen the whole thing. Or it might be like, you know, Twilight's last film, you go and it turns out it's all a fucking dream. The epic war that goes on never happens. Which I'm pretty sure it does in the books. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe they talk it. I don't really fucking care, if I'm honest. Why do I give a shit about Twilight? I don't. Sorry, but I don't. So I don't know. It's very difficult. From what I've seen of it, I'm loving Harley Quinn. It's very tropey. All the characters are going to be very tropey because it's the Batman stuff and things like that, isn't it? They're all very tropey characters anyway, and they are such popular and written about characters that you can't really change them too much without people losing their shit. I mean, look at the shit that went down with Heath Ledger, and everyone afterwards was like, actually, it's pretty fucking good. Look at the shit that's gone down with this film and the Joker. My concern with Will Smith is he is basically just playing Hancock. We'll have to wait and see. He has surprised us in the past before with films, so we'll wait and see. But from the bits I've seen in the trailer, it does look like he is playing Hancock, or his very familiar Armageddon, Men in Black, all of that shit style personality. Could be wrong. The final thought on it as well is, if you're gonna fucking put a Queen song in it, it better be a fucking good film, because you've just shat all over them otherwise. And Freddie ain't gonna be happy with you in his grave, spinning. So we'll see. I might go and see it in the cinema. I'm not that bothered. It's not often I go and see things in the cinema now. There's nothing I really go at apart from Crimson Peak and Star Wars and Mad Max. I don't really think I went and saw that much. I'm not that bothered about the Deadpool film either, or any of that, just because we went to see... Oh, Ant-Man, actually. Ant-Man was a nice surprise. Zero publicity in comparison to everything else. Obviously, tiny man, but so much better than the latest Avengers. So there's a little tip for you if you haven't seen Ant-Man. Go and fucking see it, guys. It's good. Connor asks, are you planning on playing Firewatch just because its release date is coming up? I completely fucking forgot that Firewatch was happening. I will see if I can get in touch with them and see if I can get a code. Maybe using Keymailer, or just fucking contact them, and if all else fails, just fucking buy it, because that's what happens. I completely forgot it happened, and I am well up for playing it, so I guess we will see what my schedule's like at the time, but in theory, absolutely fucking guess, to the point that I may reschedule a video or two just to make it work. We shall see. But thank you for reminding me of that, Connor, and absolutely, totally yes, if I remember. So, there we go. That is all the questions-y, comments-y shit for today. Don't forget, you can leave messages. I need to stop waving the pen around. You can leave messages in the video comments below. I'm trying to think what else is happening. Don't forget about the live stream on Friday. Don't forget to bring your wallets if you would like to be involved in the XCOM 2 live stream, by which I mean you can be a character. You could be a character. You could get thrown to the aliens by me if you're really into that. And yeah, of course, don't forget as well to check out all the content that's going on across the week. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I will see you next Monday when hopefully it's slightly less windy and we all hate February slightly less. Take care. Goodbye.